Hello and welcome to my creative castle. Today's video is a yarn unboxing. Yay for yarn unboxings. If you want to know why it's a yarn unboxing, well, if you're a returning viewer, you already know why. And thank you for your patience while I briefly introduce myself to anybody who might be new to my channel. Hi, my name's May. I love yarn. I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies. And I also happen to have been born visually impaired, legally blind, and completely colorblind. So I mostly knit and crochet by feel. And today I do know the yarns that I ordered, and I know what colors I ordered, but I might get the colors descriptions a little bit off. But you know, if you're a returning viewer, one of the reasons that I order from Nitpicks and We Crochet is because they have some of the best color descriptions on the internet. Now, I believe that this order is my order from the Labor Day sale, but I'm not gonna lie, I ordered a lot from the summer yarn sale and a lot from the Labor Day sale, and they did kind of start to flow in, nearly the same time. Now, I don't have an affiliate link where I get a percentage or anything like that of orders, okay? But I will tell you that I'll be honest with you as I am with my viewers, I did get a pre-sale to the Labor Day link that was a VIP special. It was early access and it was 30% off. And then when the full sale launched, it was only 20% off. I did hit that 30% off sale, I think twice, okay? That's what I love about Nitpicks and We Crochet. Guess what? They're not stupid. They will take your money and they let you use those sale codes more than once. Yeah, they do. Love that. So, anyways, let's take a look at what I purchased. Okay, first thing, if you're a returning viewer, you know I love the Brava 500. Brava is a 100% acrylic machine wash, tumble dry yarn. It is easy care, so it's great for children's stuff. It's great for blankets. As you know, I just did a baby blanket in the color blush, a light pink. I've never before had it. I got it in the color asphalt heather or asphalt gray. It's a really, really dark gray. It's not black, but it's pretty dark. I've never had it in this color before because I mostly use these for baby blankets. Right here it is, by the way. There's a hole in the plastic. There it is. That's the width of it. It is a worsted weight. They do recommend a size 7 or 8 US knitting needle or a 4.5 to 5 millimeter knitting needle, and probably my guess would be a 5.5 to 6.5 crochet hook. I know with knitting you get about 4.5 to 5 stitches per inch. When you knit with it, I think that's a very reasonable gauge. I mostly do baby blankets with it. I love it for baby blankets because you can get these giant Brava 500 skeins. They're about 1,092 yards, about 1,000 meters. So you can get an entire baby blanket out of one of them and have no ends to weave in, right? Just your tail at your beginning, at your cast on, and your end, and that's it. So I've never bought it in the gray before because I mostly get it in like white and blush and, the baby blue and the mint green and crank out baby blankets with it. But now I'm starting to crochet more and I'm starting to think about like striped crochet ripple stitch blankets, or maybe like granny square blankets, or like the circular blankets, like the one behind me. That's with the Brava Bulky, right? Where you might want crocheted Brava Bulky. You might want different colors to change with the different rounds. So I decided it would be a good idea for me to have some in the house in the asphalt heather, just so that I had choices for colors, right, for my multicolored blankets. So that's what we got there. A next yarn that we're going to take a look at that I bought is, of course, oh my goodness, my box just fell down there, is the Swish worsted. Swish worsted is a 100% superwash merino wool. It is one of my absolute favorite yarns to work with because it is super wash, so it's machine wash, cold, gentle, tumble dry, low, but it does make it really handy and good for children's garments. I have used Swish for clothing. I've used it for hats, for crochet ponchos. I love Swish. Then in the worsted weight, again, they recommend a US size 6 to 7 knitting needle, which is that 4.5 to 5 stitches per inch, which is your 4 to 5, or your 4 to 4.55. Let's see, I think they recommend like a 6 to 9, actually, a US 6 to 9 knitting needle with this, which is a 4 millimeter to a 5.5, and I think you get about trying to think the stitches per inch, 4.5 to 5 stitches per inch. That's what I'm trying to say with the Swish worsted. I absolutely love this yarn. There's probably only one more merino wool. I do love other merino wools. I do, okay? You know, if you're a returning viewer, you know how much I love the Malabrigo. However, Malabrigo is a little more pricey than your Swish. Your Swish skeins worsted are only about 110 yards. So, you know, they're a smaller skein, right? But they're still a really nice yarn. This is in the color Garnet Heather. If you're a returning viewer, you know I love Holly Berry. I've got Holly Berry in just about every yarn that it comes with at Nitpicks that we crochet. And part of me said just stick with the Holly Berry so all your stuff matches. But then another part of me said, no, you should try other colors, right? Especially because you have a YouTube channel now. And your viewers might actually want to see the other colors because they're not all colorblind like you. So, but of course, I still got a red, right? I still got a red. The Garnet Heather is lighter than the Holly Berry. That's what they say anyways. I'll be honest with you, I can't tell the Garnet Heather apart from the Holly Berry really. But it might have a slight of that heathered sort of tone to it, right? A little bit of shading to it, and it's not quite that deep, rich burgundy red. Still beautiful, though, right? Still beautiful. So, what else did we get? We got some of the Shine worsted. You know that I love Shine Sport on this channel. And guess what? Shine comes in a worsted weight too. And I was like, it's about time that I play with it in the worsted weight. The worsted weight, they recommend a US size 6 to 9 knitting needle, which again is your 40 or 5.5. And once again, the typical worsted weight gauge, right? You get about 4.5 to 5 stitches per inch on this. Now these are fairly small skeins. The Shine Sport and Shine Worsted, they're 60% cotton, 40% of this thing called modal beechwood fiber, which is a little odd. It sounds odd, but it really is super soft, okay? I love it in the sport weight. You can throw it in the wash machine. It is an easy care. So I think because it is machine wash and tumble dry, I think it's great for baby garments, and I think the worsted weight would be great for baby blankets. I've never made a baby blanket with it, mostly because I tend to work with the sport weight. And, you know, the sport weight is a slower thing when you're working with blankets. So, but this is the worsted weight, and I think it would be great for a baby blanket or even a blanket for me, right? Full size blankets. This is in the color Serenade, which, I believe Serenade is a really dark purple. If I recall, this summer we knit a tank top. I designed a tank top in the color Pageant, which is still a dark purple. My understanding is the Serenade is an even darker purple. And in the worsted weight, I'm actually thinking about making a whole dress with this. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Should we design a dress with Shine Worsted in Serenade? Because I'm kind of feeling that right now. That's what I'm feeling. Let's look at just a couple more yarns that came in with this order. As I said, there's only 2 more yarns in this order. But like I said, I ordered a lot. from the Labor Day sale. And now I'm already going, oh, I should have bought that. Oh, I should have bought that. There's still more yarns that I should have got at 20 and 30% off, because you know I love a yarn sale. But I got some of the Aloft, which is a lace weight yarn in the color black. It is 72% super kid mohair and 28% silk. It's a very, very fine yarn. You've seen me work on this channel. I have made a lace weight scarf in the Aloft in white. I should have brought it with me just so you could see it. I'm not going to open this package today, even though I really want to. We're not. We're going to keep it clean. We're going to take care of it. Should have brought that scarf with me, but you can see it on my channel. I think the video might be called Saturday Surprise, where I show you the lace weight kid mohair scarf. With this black, I'm probably either going to make like a cardi or a shrug, or I might blend it together with another yarn, right? And do like a marled look. Now you can't, I did knit my scarf on a size 5 needle. Don't think for a minute that you have to stick to like the zeros and the ones with this lace weight kid mohair. You don't. It looks beautiful worked up on a size 5 knitting needle. Gives it this really light, airy, ethereal look. So I have some thoughts about this Aloft. I do, and I'm getting pretty excited. But you know, those lace weight projects take time. A lot of time, a lot of patience. So, don't know when we'll start that, but my mind's definitely brewing. I got some ideas. And then the last yarn that we got was, if you are a returning viewer, you also know that I love the Hawthorn DK. I crocheted a shawl from Crystal at Bag O' Day, and the Hawthorn DK in the Astoria tonal. It is 80% Highland wool and 20% polyamide. And then, of course, I made my skirt, right? And then for Sock Week this summer, I designed a pair of socks. You can look up Sock Week videos on my channel. The whole sock is described for you on a Finish It Friday video, how I did it. Toe up, no short rows, no pick up and knit, okay, on a size 1, 2.25 needle. I did that in the Klamath Falls, and I liked it so well, I just needed the other blue in the house in the fingering weight. So we got it. This is your Hawthorn fingering. It's that same 80% Highland wool, 20% polyamide in a color called, trying to think what it's called. Now I know it's blues, it's tonal, it's blues, and I can't remember what it's called. Delphinium Kettle. That's right, Delphinium Kettle. So my mind is definitely designing us some socks that we're gonna knit up. We're gonna design up and knit up another pair of socks this fall. Super excited about that. So very soon we're gonna get this on the needles. I don't know about October. It might be November. I'm not sure exactly when, but I definitely am designing another pair of socks with this particular yarn in mind. We'll see what happens though, right? Because, you know, I'm kind of a creative person. I kind of just go with the flow wherever the creativity takes us, right? Hop on the creativity cloud and we just, you know, ride it, right? Like riding the waves or the clouds or whatever. We roll with it. So I got a lot of plans in my head. I got a lot of ideas. Don't know exactly. I got more ideas than I have fingers for and time for. So we'll see. But anyway, thank you so much for listening. And of course, you know, I want to hear from you. Did you shop from the Nitpicks and We Crochet Labor Day sale? And of course, have you ever used any of these yarns? How about the swish? Is that one of your favorites? These are, a lot of these are my favorites, okay? Do you like swish? Do you like shine? Do you like the Brava? And the Hawthorn fingering. And well, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with the lace weight, right? We love it. We get excited about it when we first start it. And then we sort of hit that mid-slump in the project of like, feels like I'm never going to get this done. Feels like this project is a lifetime commitment. This project might outlive me. right? And then we get it done, right? So I want to hear your thoughts on all of these yarns. Okay, my friends. Well, thanks so much for listening. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now.